Right. We just want to appeal to vendors to abide by the system put in place, as also persons coming in the space to vend. As we approach the Yuletide season, we ask that person do not travel with large sums of cash on their person. We also ask them not to wear expensive jewelry, chains, chaparitas, rings. And we ask them also not to travel with their electronic devices because this attracts criminals on them. So we want for them to do all that they can do to prevent against any act of criminality. We are here to serve, protect, and to reassure them as we enter and approach the Yuletide season.
Of course, we'll be seeing an increase in police presence.
Right. There is also an increase in police presence in the location. So additional foot patrols have been deployed strategically across the business district. And also to assist in the security measure, there is strategic places where the Jamaica Eye will be mounted, and this is to provide aerial coverage within the space to assist in keeping the vendors and persons who occupy the space safe.
Greetings. Welcome to EDTV News Channel, the People's Channel. In this report, we have a few stories for talk about, some shootings and some dropouts. And also we have international news for talk about. Stay tuned for the full reports. Blessings to all subscribers and viewers. If you're here for the first time, you can support the channel by like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell. So we'll start off with the international news coming out of the United States. Jamaican couple arrested in Minnesota, alleged to be behind $1 million Lululemon theft conspiracy. So we'll get into the report. Police said 2 people were arrested on suspicion of shoplifting at Rosedale Center are connected to an organized retail theft ring that has caused losses of over $1 million from Lululemon stores across the country. Jadian Richards, 44, and Aquile Lars Richards, 45, both of Danbury, Connecticut, were arrested on Thursday after a Lululemon retail crime investigator notified local authorities that the pair were seen stealing from the Lululemon store at Rosedale Center the day before. Richards and Lars Richards were initially stopped when the security alarm went off as they were leaving the Rosedale location. According to a criminal complaint, Richards claimed he was being racially profiled and accused store employees of activating the alarm on purpose. The couple was allowed to leave and the alarm didn't go off the second time they walked out. It was only after Richards and Louis Richards left the premises that the officer who responded to the shoplifting report realized the Lululemon investigator had texted the day before to notify him that the couple and a third person and had stolen close to $5,000 of merchandise from the same store. The Lululemon investigator then discovered that Richards and Lars Richards were at the Lululemon store in Woodbury, and Woodbury police took them into custody. Richards declined to talk with the investigators, and Lars Richards denied having been at the Rosedale location the day before. And despite Richards having a key to the JW Marriott Hotel in Bloomington on him, Lars Richards claimed they were staying with her aunt, not a hotel. Now, this is how they get caught. Investigators found Richards indeed had booked a room at the JW Marriott and obtained a search warrant for the room under his name. 12 suitcases were found inside the room containing an estimated $50,000 worth of Lululemon clothing with the tags still attached, the complaint states. So they will be facing the court soon. Now, people, back to local soil. 12-year-old boy allegedly taken out by a schoolgirl in Kingston. So we are getting to the report. The Jamaican society is grappling with another case of fatal joking up of a 12-year-old boy, this time allegedly by a schoolgirl. The tragic altercation occurred shortly after 3:20 p.m. yesterday, according to the police of the Kingston Western Division, when a dispute erupted between the boy and the female student, with the latter allegedly using a tail comb to inflict a severe wound. The boy was transported to the local hospital where he was pronounced you-know-what. The suspect, a female student from a high school in the corporate area, is reported to have been taken into custody following the incident. Authorities are currently conducting a thorough investigation to determine the circumstances surrounding the attack and to assess the implication for school safety. Very, very sad story, people. Now, people, we'll move on, this time to the parish of St. Catherine. Police from the St. Catherine South Division are searching for the person who shot and taken out a businessman in Britain, Portmore on Tuesday. The deceased has now been identified as Joseph Lewis, 62, of Greater Portmore, St. Catherine. The police report that Lewis was attacked about 2:30 p.m. He was assisted to the Spanish Town Hospital where he was pronounced you-know-what. No motive has been established for the shooting incident. Now, people, we'll move on, this time to the parish of St. Thomas. So we'll get into the report. An investigation has been launched into the dropout of a man in Morant Bay, St. Thomas on Tuesday night. Dropout is 31-year-old Roger Gale of Friendship Lane in Morant Bay. Reports are that about 11:15 p.m. explosions were heard in the Springfield Bamboo Lane, Morant Bay. The police were called to the crime scene and Gale was found with gunshot wounds. He was assisted to the Princess Margaret Hospital where he was pronounced you-know-what. No motive has been established for the fatal shooting. The Morant Bay Criminal Investigation Branch is probing the matter. Now, people, we'll move on. Taxi operator charged with the abduction and dropout of 29-year-old primary school teacher Daniel Anglin is suspected of removing his own self from real life in police custody. Dropout is Lascelles Morgan. Morgan reportedly succumbed to his injuries on Monday while undergoing treatment at the Spanish Town Hospital. According to a report, Morgan had been remanded in custody after appearing in court on November 7 following his return to the cell. He was found you-know-what from the ceiling. The police reportedly intervened and rushed him to the hospital where he was admitted. Despite medical intervention, Morgan later dropped out. Miss Anglin was reported missing on Monday, May 13, 2024. She was last seen on her way to work sometime after 5 a.m. that day. Miss Anglin, who lives in Elsha, St. Catherine, reportedly took an in-drive taxi. The disappearance of the 29-year-old teacher resulted in widespread searches and calls for her safe return. 21 days later, her remains were discovered in Salt River in Clarendon. Morgan was arrested following his confession to the police. Investigators also revealed that Morgan had been previously arrested in 2015 for various hold-on and ticket offenses. Now, people, we'll move on. Last but not least, more than 1,000 dropouts recorded so far this year. The latest crime statistics show that the country will again end the year with more than 1,000 murders. Some 1,011 dropouts have been recorded so far this year, but this is 244 less the number of homicides recorded for the corresponding period last year. Prime Minister Onis has argued that the 20% drop is a clear sign that the country measures implemented by the government are bearing fruit. We can put a brakes on that, people. Onis said the 20% drop out this year is a clear sign that the measures implemented by the government are bearing fruit. What kind of fruit? Dead fruits? You know what I say, people? Because them always come up with these things, you know, and numbers, and I tell people about 20%, 15%. People, the people that were dropped out last year, the 1,301 heap, and the 1,000 we don't know the number will happen this year. If you add them up, people, and divide them, you get a big score. You get what I'm saying? Those people were dropped out last year. Are different people them drop out this year. It's not the same people them drop out and then come back alive and then drop out this year again. So when you hear them talk about 20%, you know, is the security measures implemented by government are being bearing fruits. Bull crap, people. Trust me. Now we'll move on. According to the data, St. James has recorded the highest number of homicides with 116, following the St. Andrew South with 101, Westmoreland 92, St. Catherine North 84, St. Catherine South 73, and St. Andrew Central with 68. Some 792 people have been injured in violent attacks this year, compared with 893 last year. There is a 9% reduction in shooting and a 25% reduction in reported cases of rape. The gun has featured in 844 dropouts recorded so far this year. 30 liquor ones are among the total of homicide victims. In the meantime, members of the security force have seized 688 illegal guns and 11,387 rounds of ammunition so far this year. 50 assault rifles, 20 submachine guns, 525 pistols, and 53 revolvers are among the weapons seized. Now, people, you know, I reflect on what we just read a while ago. When it says 30 liquor ones have been a part of the homicide this year. 30 people. You know what I'm saying? And Andrew Onis had talked about it's because of the measures that the government implemented this year why 20% is down. People, it remained the same. Same old story. You know what I'm saying? They can't manage it, people. It's bigger than them. Trust me. This is just a look good talk coming from Andrew Onis when he must say 20% down. You know what I'm saying, people? 1,000 how much this year plus 1,300 I had last year. If you divide that, people, it's the same numbers you get. You know what I'm saying, people? Trust me. Them can't do better. You know what I'm saying? But it seems like people, them can't manage it. You know what I'm saying? Please leave your comment in the comment section and tell me what you think. One aim, one God, one destiny. Walk good, talk good, live good. Blessings.